We're a complete river right now in my street. Complete river.
Every spring since the flood, we hope for less rain.
This is the Rivière des Prairies as the snow and ice melt away, and after rain fell in recent days, anxiety levels for some residents here in Pierrefonds on Montreal's West Island are way up. The area was underwater amid spring flooding in 2017 and 2019. For resident Itsik Romano, whose home was hit hard 1 year, but then spared 2 years later because of flood prevention measures, when April rolls around, he braces himself and prepares his home for the worst.
Every single house here is pumping water.
This year, we don't know, of course, so we follow certain of websites that will tell us the water level. So far, we heard that it's normal to this year, but we don't know what's going to bring in April, obviously. April is the season where there's a lot of rain. To add the COVID situation on top of it, I can't just imagine the type of life you can have living under this kind of stress.
This used to be a soccer field. Now it's a pond.
This was the scene on Itsik Street in 2017.
Our house had about 2 feet of water in the basement, which is the ground floor.
This used to be a garage.
But it was enough to damage the whole basement area. After a couple of days, of course, the water evaporate, contamination. We had to redo the whole basement.
We say goodbye to all the things it could have been.
It cost $120,000, 70% of which was covered by the government, and 6 months to get back to living in their home.
We had to remove everything because water damage was all over here, obviously the floors. We actually moved in here while they were doing renovation, but we only lived in the top floor. And at that time, my wife was pregnant, and we had 3 or 4 kids, I believe. Today we have 6 kids, so you can imagine it was chaotic.
In 2019, while other West Island homes were flooded once again, Itsik's remained dry because of Pierrefonds' efforts in preparing and sandbagging ahead of time.
Bonjour. Hello.
This year, as part of their 2022 spring flooding prevention campaign, Pierrefonds Roxborough Mayor Dimitrios Gimbase has gone door to door to let residents know how to prepare for the spring flood season.
That's my pump.
Itsik says he now has equipment to protect his home, but calls on the province to invest in infrastructure.
They need to put some dikes around. They need to put some pumps.
Residents at risk of flooding should caulk or block doors and windows at ground level, erect a dike or install sandbags around your home, move valuables and important documents to a higher floor. During a flood, switch off electricity, close the water inlet, leave your home if the water level requires you to do so or if the authorities ask you. After a flood, seek advice from authorities and call in professionals before returning home.
We're kind of left in the hands of nature right now. We just hope that nothing is going to happen this year, and we hope that the government will act fast enough to put those permanent solutions so we don't have to worry about it every spring.
In Montreal, Alyssia Rubertucci, City News.